Imagine for a moment that you are born not as a blank canvas but as a symphony already in motion, a melody written long before you drew your first breath, vibrating invisibly through every cell of your being. You do not arrive empty, you arrive coded, imprinted with legacies you cannot yet name, carrying stories you have never lived, dreams you have never dreamt, fears you have never feared. Like unseen hands weaving threads of energy into the tapestry of your existence, these invisible programs shape the way you feel, the way you think, the way you love, the way you see the world. And yet, what if I told you that even though these ancient codes move within you, they do not define you? Define. What if you could, right here, right now, awaken to the invisible and choose to write a new symphony? Not by erasing what has been given, but by transmuting it into a masterpiece of consciousness, a frequency that belongs to you, only you. This is not just a journey of healing, it is a journey of reclamation, of remembering that beyond the programs, beyond the inherited patterns, beyond the noise of history, there is an essence untouched, a core frequency that pulses like a silent drum inside your being, waiting for you to hear it once again. In the space between one heartbeat and the next, in the breath that touches the unseen worlds, you are invited to awaken, to feel the ancient codes crumbling into light, to remember that you are more than memory, you are possibility, you are the architect of your own vibration, you are the rewriter of futures. And so, the journey begins. Some inherit jewels, some inherit names, but all of us inherit frequencies. Before you spoke your first word, before you ever understood pain or love, your being was already listening, already absorbing the silent songs of those who came before you. Their joys, their wounds, their triumphs, their betrayals, encoded into the very marrow of your bones. Scientists call it epigenetics, mystics call it ancestral memory, but whatever name we give it, the truth remains. You are carrying patterns, not because you chose them, but because your blood remembers. There are fears in your mind that were once survival mechanisms for ancestors you have never met. There are dreams you are drawn to, because they echo the unfinished hopes of generations past. There are battles you find yourself fighting without, knowing why, because the energy of struggle has been passed like a torch through time. And yet there is no condemnation here, no blame, only a deeper seeing, only the quiet, shimmering possibility that if these programs live within you, then you have the power to rewrite them, to honor what came before, and yet step beyond it. Imagine you are looking through a window smeared with centuries of dust, each fingerprint, each smudge, a belief, a trauma, a perception that is not entirely yours. You squint, you strain, you try to understand the world outside, but everything seems distorted, unclear. This is the human condition. We see not the world as it is, but the world as we are programmed to perceive it. The window is not our fault. We inherited it. But the moment we realize the glass is dirty, the moment we remember that it can be cleaned, everything changes. Because then, for the first time, we have a choice. Will you continue living through someone else's vision? Or will you become the one who clears the glass, polishes the window, and steps into the world with new eyes? If a child is born into a forest and only ever sees trees, she may grow up believing that trees are all that exist. She may never imagine oceans, deserts, mountains beyond the canopy above her head. In the same way, if we are born into patterns of scarcity, fear, or limitation, we may mistake them for truth. We may mistake survival for life, pain for destiny, but somewhere deep inside there is always a whisper, a tremor of remembrance, a subtle knowing that what we have been shown is not the totality of what is possible. Perhaps you have felt it. That strange stirring when you read a line in a book, or hear a song, or sit in silence long enough for the noise to fall away. That is not fantasy, it is memory. It is your original self calling you home. Today, in this moment, you are invited to listen, not just with your ears, but with your entire being. To ask yourself quietly, gently, without judgment, who would I be if I were not living someone else's story? Some say we are born like rivers, fresh, flowing, pure, but over time, the river picks up sediment, the water darkens, the current slows. We forget that once we flowed wild and free, carving valleys, nourishing lands, singing songs of freedom. And yet, beneath the surface, the river is still the river. The programs you carry are the sediment, not the stream. They are not you. They are what you have picked up along the way. But you are still flowing. You are still alive with the possibility of transformation. Every choice, every thought, every breath is a chance to clear the water, to remember your original course, to flow toward the ocean of your highest self. You are not broken. You are simply buried. And you have the hands, the breath, the presence needed to uncover yourself once more. There is no shame in carrying the invisible programs. There is only the call to consciousness, to see, to feel, to choose anew. The journey ahead is not about fighting the past nor erasing it. It is about transmuting it, alchemizing the heavy into the luminous, the broken into the sacred, the inherited into the chosen. And in doing so, you do not just heal yourself. You heal the lineage behind you. You heal the generations yet to come. Every program you dissolve, every frequency you elevate, every belief you outgrow, becomes a light in the ancestral chain, a lantern handed forward through time. You are not just changing your life, you are changing reality itself. If something within you stirred while hearing these words, if you feel a recognition deeper than logic, I invite you to pause and share it in the comments below. Sometimes, the first act of rewriting your reality is simply naming the truth that rises within you. Your voice matters, your awakening matters, and your journey may ignite someone else's as well. Breathe. Feel the weight of the invisible codes gently lifting. Feel the space around you softening, expanding. You are not bound to the river's debris. You are not chained to the smudged window. You are not trapped in echoes you did not create. You are alive. You are conscious. You are free. And now you stand at the threshold. 1 foot in the known past, 1 foot in the infinite unknown future. The choice is yours. Shall we step across together? From the first moments of life, when your lungs filled with air and your heart beat its rhythm against the silence, a symphony of impressions began writing itself into your being. You did not just learn the world, you absorbed it. Every gaze, every tone of voice, every caress or absence became information. Patterns etched themselves quietly into the soft clay of your mind and body, leaving traces invisible but indelible. Before you formed language, you formed associations. Before you built dreams, you inherited templates. You did not consciously choose the first programs that shaped you. You received them as part of the silent contract of existence. This is the sacred paradox of our humanity. We are both the authors and the inheritors of our internal worlds. And yet, within this paradox lies infinite freedom. Imagine a child learning about fire, touching it once, feeling the burn, encoding within themselves a powerful truth. Fire is danger. Now imagine the child learning about love, about trust, about worthiness, not through conscious teaching, but through countless invisible moments. A parent's absence might whisper, "I am not enough." A teacher's scorn might engrave, "My voice does not matter." A friend's betrayal might etch, "Love is unsafe." Layer by layer, these subtle and often unconscious impressions accumulate, not as logical conclusions, but as energetic imprints. They become the unseen filters through which we interpret every future experience. They color the lens through which we view the world, others, and ourselves. We do not realize we are wearing the glasses. We mistake them for reality itself. Until, one day perhaps, we pause, we question, and we see the smudges on the glass for the first time. Your programs are not random. They are layered, nested, interconnected like the rings of an ancient tree. The first layers form from your immediate environment. Parents, caregivers, siblings. Later, society adds its own inscriptions. Culture, media, education, and beneath it all, even deeper, lie the inherited programs of your ancestors, memories woven into your very DNA. The programming is not only emotional, it is also biochemical, neurological, vibrational. Each repetition of a thought strengthens neural pathways in the brain. Each emotional pattern conditions the body to expect, even crave, familiar chemical cocktails. In time, thought becomes habit. Habit becomes identity. Identity becomes destiny. Unless we remember that identity is fluid. That destiny is not written in stone, but breathed into being with every conscious moment. One of the oldest and most tenacious programs you carry is the program of survival. Evolution taught your body to prioritize safety over expansion, familiarity over the unknown. It was wise, it was necessary. But today, the saber-toothed tigers are gone, and yet the internal alarms still ring, warning you of dangers that no longer exist. A raised eyebrow, a missed call, an uncertain future. Your nervous system interprets these as threats. The survival program is efficient, it is relentless, and it is blind to your growth. It will cling to scarcity because abundance feels uncertain. It will hold on to loneliness because connection feels risky. It will sabotage dreams because the known pain feels safer than unknown joy. But you are not your survival program. You are the consciousness that can see it, soothe it, and choose a new path. Just as your own experiences program you, so too do the experiences of your lineage. Science now confirms what ancient traditions have always known. Trauma can echo through generations. Epigenetic research shows that the emotional imprints of your ancestors, their fears, their griefs, their triumphs, are passed down not just through stories, but through the very expression of your genes. If a grandparent suffered famine, you might carry in your body a program of scarcity. If an ancestor lived through war, you might feel a persistent undercurrent of anxiety even in times of peace. You may battle with emotions, patterns, or limitations that seem larger than your own life story. They are, but they are not immutable. Once seen, once honored, they can be rewritten. You are not condemned to replay the past. You are invited to complete what was left unfinished, to heal not only yourself, but the line behind you. How can you recognize the programs running silently within you? Notice the patterns that repeat, despite your conscious desires. Notice the emotions that rise unbidden, disproportionate to the moment. Notice the beliefs that feel heavy, inevitable, absolute. Whenever you hear yourself think, "This is just the way I am," pause. Is it truly you? Or is it a program, a defense, an echo of a forgotten wound? You are not meant to fight these realizations. You are meant to witness them with compassion. To see a program is the first act of liberation, because what is seen can be reimagined. What is acknowledged can be alchemized. Between the programmed reaction and the conscious response, there is a breath, a single sacred breath where the old future and the new future hang in perfect balance. The breath where history either repeats itself or is transmuted. Most of us miss this breath. We are swept along by the momentum of habit, emotion, conditioning, but the breath is always there, waiting, a silent invitation to awaken. And every time you choose to breathe consciously instead of reacting automatically, you weaken the old program. You strengthen the neural and energetic pathways of freedom. One breath at a time, one choice at a time, you rewrite your being. If what you are discovering resonates deeply within you, if a part of you knows that these invisible codes have shaped your path, then I invite you to stay with me through this unfolding. The transformation we are moving toward is not just intellectual, it is vibrational, cellular, ancestral. It touches every layer of your existence, and it begins with your presence, right here, right now. Stay with this breath, stay with this opening. The next steps will carry you even deeper into the heart of liberation. You were not born broken, you were born brilliant, luminous, whole. The programs that obscure your light are not you. They are merely dust on the mirror, sediment in the river, echoes on the wind, and now you are beginning to see. Not to condemn, not to erase, but to remember. You are the river, you are the mirror, you are the song rising beyond the echoes, and the codes, no matter how ancient, are already beginning to dissolve in the radiance of your awareness. There is a prison more powerful than steel bars, more invisible than any wall you could ever touch. It is built not of stone but of emotion, of vibrations repeated until they become structures, until they become landscapes we mistake for the world itself. From the moment you first felt unworthy, unseen, unsafe, the architecture began to rise. Brick by invisible brick, fear laid the foundation, doubt fortified the walls, grief etched windows too small to let light through. You do not live in the world. You live through the world shaped by your emotional architecture. And if the architecture was built unconsciously, then the life you live may not truly be yours. It may be the echo of old vibrations, long forgotten but still vibrating beneath your feet. Emotions are not meant to be stored. They are designed to flow. Joy bursts forth like sunlight through open windows. Sorrow flows like rain through an open field. But when emotion is not fully felt, not fully acknowledged, it does not vanish. It calcifies. It anchors itself into your nervous system, your muscles, your breath. Unfelt feelings become silent architects of experience. A heartbreak, left unhealed, becomes the architect of walls against love. A betrayal left unprocessed becomes the architect of suspicion. A loss ungrieved becomes the architect of scarcity. These structures become so familiar we stop seeing them. We navigate around them, as if they were part of nature itself. But they are not nature, they are history, and history can be rewritten. You do not see life as it is, you see life as you feel. An open heart walks through the same city and sees beauty, possibility, connection. A closed heart walks the same streets and sees danger, indifference, isolation. Your emotional body is the lens through which your physical reality refracts. When you vibrate at fear, you magnetize reasons to fear. When you vibrate at scarcity, you attract experiences of lack. The external mirrors the internal, not as punishment but as guidance, as a precise, sacred reflection of the vibration you hold, not to shame you, not to defeat you, but to awaken you. Every recurring frustration, Every repeated heartbreak is a signal flare from your soul, begging you to look within, to shift the emotion at the root. Over time, repeated emotional patterns crystallize into identity. I am someone who is unlucky. I am someone who always gets hurt. I am someone who cannot succeed. The mind, seeking consistency, adopts the emotional repetition as truth. And once we claim an identity, we defend it. We organize our reality around it. We reject anything that threatens its coherence. Even if the identity causes suffering, it offers familiarity. And the human system often mistakes familiarity for safety. To change an emotional pattern, you must be willing to grieve the identity it created. You must be willing to release who you thought you were, to make space for who you truly are. Not all emotional patterns are born from personal experience. Many are inherited. If generations before you lived in fear, scarcity, oppression, loss, their emotional patterns were coded into your lineage. You may find yourself anxious for no apparent reason, afraid to trust love though you've never been betrayed, resistant to abundance though you've never known true poverty. These are not your personal failures. They are ancestral echoes, and by bringing consciousness to them, you do not just heal yourself. You heal forward and backward through time. You become the interrupter of patterns, the breaker of cycles, the weaver of new destinies. The most cunning aspect of the emotional prison is that over time we become our own jailers. We recreate situations that reaffirm our programmed emotions. We reject opportunities that would free us. We cling to beliefs that justify our suffering. It is not malice. It is a deep, unconscious loyalty to the known. Freedom feels dangerous when all you have known is limitation. And so the question is not just what am I feeling, but also what am I loyal to that no longer serves my soul. Every prison, no matter how fortified, has a weakness, a crack where light seeps through. It may come in a whisper, a dream, a moment of unbearable dissatisfaction, a sudden flash of memory. When the old emotional structures no longer match the vibration your soul is calling you toward, the walls begin to tremble. It can feel terrifying. It can feel like death. And in many ways it is. It is the death of who you were taught to be, to make way for who you truly are. If you are feeling this now, the tension, the pull, the aching to step into a new way of being, know this: you are not breaking down. You are breaking open. If the light cracking through your old walls feels like a call you cannot ignore, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. Here we walk together through the sacred journey of remembrance, healing, and conscious creation. Because you were never meant to do this alone. Because your awakening is not just for you. It is a ripple that transforms everything it touches. Let us keep walking this path together. You are not the prison. You are the key. You are not the pain. You are the healer. You are not the history. You are the future rewriting itself. And even now, as you breathe, as you listen, as you feel, the old architecture begins to crumble. The open sky waits beyond the crumbling walls. The open sea waits beyond the narrow river. And you are already on your way home. There is a sacred moment in every journey when the old programs lose their grip, not because they disappear on their own, but because you finally see them clearly, without judgment, without fear. It is as if the fog lifts, revealing the intricate machinery behind the scenes of your life, the gears turning, the loops repeating, not to blame you, but to empower you. For what is seen can be chosen, and what is chosen can be changed. Deprogramming begins not with force, but with awareness, not with battle, but with witnessing. You cannot heal what you refuse to see, but once you see it, you hold the universe in your hands. Imagine yourself standing in the center of a great hall of mirrors, each mirror reflecting a version of yourself shaped by fear, scarcity, unworthiness. In the past, you believed each reflection was you. You fought them, loved them, defended them, became them. But now, you pause. You recognize the mirrors for what they are. Projections, not truth. The first act of deprogramming is to step back into the role of the observer, to witness your thoughts without merging with them, to notice your emotional reactions without being consumed by them. When fear arises, you breathe and say, I see you. When self-doubt whispers, you listen and say, I recognize you. When old pain echoes, you soften and say, I honor you. In this sacred act of witnessing, you reclaim the power that the programs once held over you. You remember that you are not the mirror. You are the one who sees. Awareness alone is powerful, but true deprogramming requires action. You must interrupt the old patterns with new behaviors, new emotions, new thoughts. And yes, this will feel uncomfortable. Your nervous system, conditioned to the familiar, will scream for the old ways. It will whisper, this is unsafe, this is wrong, this is impossible. But it is not danger you are feeling. It is unfamiliarity. And unfamiliarity is the birthplace of transformation. Choose differently, even when your body trembles, even when your mind doubts. If the old program says, withdraw when hurt, choose to open. If the old program says, stay small, choose to expand. If the old program says, trust no one, choose to connect. Each new choice weakens the old neural pathways. Each new action carves a new riverbed through the landscape of your being. It is not about perfection, it is about persistence. The mind is not reprogrammed through a single moment of insight. It is reprogrammed through the sacred discipline of repetition. You must practice the new emotions you wish to embody, even before external evidence appears. Feel abundance before the money arrives. Feel love before the partner appears. Feel freedom before the circumstances change. This is not delusion, it is creation. Neuroscience confirms what mystics have always known. The brain does not distinguish between real and vividly imagined experiences. When you repeatedly generate new emotional states, you wire new neural circuits. You condition the body to a new chemistry. You attune your field to a new frequency. Over time, the new becomes the familiar, the unfamiliar becomes the known, and your external reality reshapes itself to match the vibration you have anchored. Within, the body speaks in emotion, not words. Your conscious mind may declare, I am abundant, but if your body still feels scarcity, the old program remains. Thus, true deprogramming must involve both mind and body. You must teach your nervous system how it feels to be safe, abundant, loved. Visualization, breathwork, meditation, movement. These are not just spiritual practices, they are tools for rewiring your embodied experience of reality. You are not just reprogramming thoughts. You are reprogramming chemistry, hormones, electromagnetic fields. You are sculpting yourself anew, not just in thought, but in being. Know this, the old programs will not yield quietly. They will test you. They will seduce you back into familiar suffering. They will offer stories of why you cannot, should not, must not change. They are not your enemy. They are merely echoes trying to survive. Meet them with compassion, not conflict. When fear arises, say, I know you are trying to protect me, but I choose differently now. When self-sabotage tempts you, say, I honor the old ways, but I am forging a new path. When doubt clouds your vision, say, I trust the unseen more than the known. Every moment of resistance is a doorway, a test of devotion, an opportunity to choose your future over your past. There will be days when it feels easy. There will be days when it feels impossible. Honor them all. Transformation is not linear. It spirals, it deepens, it dances between forgetting and remembering. The key is not to never fall. The key is to always rise, to forgive yourself swiftly, to return to your practice, to remember why you began. You are not just changing habits. You are changing fate. You are weaving a new destiny. One breath, one choice, one sacred act at a time. If this journey of deprogramming resonates within you, if you feel the stirring of a new self emerging, I invite you to engage with this sacred space. Comment below, what old program are you ready to release? What new reality are you choosing to create? And if you wish to deepen your practice, explore the Manifest Your Life Journal, a tool designed to anchor new frequencies into your daily existence. You are not alone on this path. We are walking it together, awakening, rising, becoming. You are not the program. You are the programmer. You are not the story. You are the storyteller. You are not bound by history. You are liberated by choice. And as you choose again and again to embody your highest frequency, the universe rearranges itself in devotion to your becoming. This is not just personal healing. It is the reweaving of the world. You are the bridge between what has been and what is yet to be. And you are crossing it now. We are taught that time flows in one direction, that the past carves the present, and the present shapes the future. But reality, in its deepest essence, is far more mysterious. Time is not a straight river. It is an ocean. It moves in currents seen and unseen, spiraling, folding, awakening potentials yet unborn. Your future is not waiting somewhere far ahead. It is alive within you, vibrating now, encoded in your field, calling you forward with every breath. To live as if the future is separate from you is to remain chained to the past, but to live as if the future already exists within you is to collapse time itself. It is to embody destiny before it manifests. And this is the alchemy of true creation. Inside you, beyond memory, beyond emotion, beyond conditioning, exists a blueprint, not a rigid script, but a vibrational map of your highest potential. This map was etched not by the wounds of the past, but by the dreams your soul dared to whisper before you entered this world. It holds the signature of the love you are meant to embody, the abundance you are meant to channel, the freedom you are meant to live. The future you seek is not something you must chase. It is something you must remember. You are not creating your highest self. You are uncovering it. Every practice of presence, every act of forgiveness, every moment of conscious choice peels back the layers that have hidden your true nature. You do not become the future. You reveal it. The greatest secret of manifestation is this: you must feel the vibration of what you desire before the external world offers any proof. If you wait for circumstances to change before you feel different, you are still a prisoner of the past. But if you dare to generate the feeling now, you become the architect of reality. Feel joy before the reason appears. Feel gratitude before the blessing arrives. Feel love before the relationship manifests. The body, the mind, the field respond not to the external, but to the internal signal you emit. You are not responding to reality. You are broadcasting reality, and the universe, faithful and precise, will organize itself around the signal you hold. When you live from the vibration of your future self, you are not just thinking new thoughts. You are creating new chemistry. New neural pathways fire. New hormones flow. New electromagnetic fields pulse outward from your heart and brain. You become a beacon, a living magnet drawing into your experience the people, opportunities, and synchronicities that match your internal state. This is not magic. It is biology. It is physics. It is sacred law, and it is yours to command, to embody. The future before it appears requires one of the most powerful forces in existence: faith. Not faith in something external, faith in your own essence. Faith that the unseen is just as real, if not more so, than the seen. Faith that the universe responds not to your doubts, but to your devotion. There will be moments when the evidence of your old life roars louder than the whisper of your new becoming. There will be days when it feels like nothing is changing, when hope flickers like a weak flame in the wind. Do not be deceived. The seed germinates in darkness long before it breaks the soil. The stars are born in silence long before their light reaches the earth. Trust the unseen. Nurture the vibration within you. Walk as if it is already so, because it is. Creation is not passive. It is participatory. Once you have felt the vibration of your future self, you must align your actions with it. Ask yourself daily, what would the version of me who already lives this reality do today? How would they speak? How would they move? What choices would they make? What would they release? What would they claim? Live from the future, not toward it. Every aligned action is a signal flare to the universe declaring, I am ready, I am available, I am already becoming. And the universe, ever faithful, responds. As you live from the vibration of your future self, you will encounter dissonance. Old relationships, old habits, old environments may no longer resonate. Old patterns may pull at you, demanding loyalty to the past. This is natural. This is sacred. The caterpillar does not gently suggest to the cocoon that it is ready to fly. It struggles. It dissolves. It births itself through transformation. Honor the discomfort. Honor the shedding. You are not losing yourself. You are releasing everything that no longer matches your true frequency. You are not betraying the past. You are fulfilling the promise your soul made before you ever forgot who you were. If you feel called to anchor your new vibration more deeply, I invite you to explore the Manifest Your Life journal. It is more than a journal. It is a vibrational tool, a daily ceremony of aligning with the self you are choosing to become. And if this journey has stirred something profound within you, stay connected. In our next video, we will explore how to embody your highest frequency in relationships, turning every connection into a mirror of your expansion. Because you are not just creating a new life, you are creating a new world, and you are not doing it alone. The future is not waiting for you to catch up. It is leaning toward you, singing your name, inviting you to dance in a rhythm that defies logic and transcends time. You are not here to predict the future. You are here to remember that you are the future. And every breath you take in faith, every thought you choose in love, every step you walk in devotion, collapses the distance between the dream and the now. The portal is open. The path is clear. The call is yours to answer. You are already becoming. You are already home. There are legacies carved in stone, monuments that crumble with the passing centuries. There are legacies written in books, words fading on pages weathered by time. And then, there are legacies written in vibration, frequencies woven through hearts, whispers passed through generations, changes unseen yet irreversible. You are not merely a participant in life. You are a creator of ripples that extend far beyond what your eyes can see. Every thought you heal, every belief you elevate, every fear you transmute, alters the invisible architecture of reality itself. This is the true legacy, not of wealth or fame or achievement, but of vibration, of choosing to become the lighthouse that shifts the tides for those who sail after you. Right now, you stand at a threshold few dare to cross, Behind you, the programs, the patterns, the inherited echoes. Ahead of you, the wide, infinite landscape of possibility. And within you, the architect, the dreamer, the sovereign creator. This threshold does not demand heroism. It does not demand perfection. It demands only one thing: presence, the willingness to walk forward even when the future feels unseen. The willingness to trust your inner knowing even when doubt roars like a storm. Crossing this threshold is not an act of force. It is an act of surrender, a choice to align with the truth that has always lived inside you. Your essence holds the blueprint of light. It knows how to rebuild what trauma tore apart. It knows how to weave beauty from brokenness. It knows how to turn pain into wisdom, fear into courage, loss into love. You are not inventing yourself from nothing. You are remembering yourself from everything. The codes of freedom are already embedded in your being. The seeds of mastery are already planted in your soul. You are not lost. You are unfolding. And every conscious step you take, every breath you offer in devotion to your true self, waters the seeds of a new earth. You may think your healing is private, personal, small. It is not. Every belief you transform radiates outward into the collective field. Every frequency you anchor becomes a beacon for others still finding their way. When you choose love over fear, you make it easier for others to do the same. When you embody abundance over scarcity, you break invisible chains for generations unborn. You are not just healing yourself. You are healing your lineage, your community, your future. You are the ancestor your descendants will thank in their quiet prayers. You are the luminous ripple in the sea of becoming. Imagine a world where people remember they are creators, where children are born into fields of possibility instead of prisons of fear, where love is the dominant frequency, and freedom is the air we breathe. This world begins not in governments, not in systems, but in hearts, in your heart. With every old program you dissolve, you write a new story for humanity. A story where wounds are not hidden but alchemized, where differences are not feared but celebrated, where life is not a struggle for survival, but a dance of conscious co-creation. You are writing that story now with every choice you make. The path ahead will not always be easy. There will be days when the old gravity pulls hard, days when the new feels fragile and the past feels safe. In those moments, remember, this is not about feeling ready. It is about feeling called. It is not about never falling. It is about always rising. It is not about doing it perfectly. It is about doing it consciously. Devotion is not measured in grand gestures, but in the small, sacred choices you make each day. To breathe when you want to shut down, to open when you want to close, to trust when you want to doubt. This is the silent revolution of light, and you are already leading it. If this journey resonated with the quiet knowing inside you, I invite you to continue weaving your legacy of light through daily intention, through conscious action, through sacred remembrance. And if you wish for tools to anchor this becoming even more deeply, explore the Manifest Your Life Journal, a sanctuary for your visions, your frequencies, your unfolding self. This is not just a journal. It is a portal, a bridge between who you have been and who you are becoming. You are not alone. This space, this channel, this community exists to walk with you as you rise, because your becoming matters, and your legacy is already being written in frequencies brighter than the stars. You are the vibrational architect of your legacy. With every breath you choose consciously, you lay foundations unseen, but eternal. With every thought you align. With love, you erect pillars that will hold worlds yet dreamed. With every act of courage in the face of fear, you build bridges that generations will cross in wonder. You are not waiting for the world to change. You are the change. You are not waiting for permission to rise. You are the rising. You are not waiting for the future to arrive. You are the future embodied. And as you step forward from this threshold, know this: the codes have already been activated. The architecture has already begun. The light you carry is already rewriting reality. You are home. You are whole. You are the legacy.